So first things first, do a little breathing. Let's take some of that tension away. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to try to take 5 seconds on that breath in. And then we want to try to take 5 seconds on the release. So nice deep breath in. So breathe in as long as you can. Once you've maxed out, hold that breath in that chest and then breathe out. Again, 5 and 5. Nice deep breath in. Hold and then breathe out. Nice. That should have taken a little tension away, allow our muscles to kind of loosen up a little bit before we start stretching. First things first, let's do a nice simple stretch. Got my hips on the edge of the chair, moved out a little bit. Just gonna bring that elbow over the top. Let's stretch out that lat and that shoulder and reach. Hold for like 5 to 10 seconds. Switch arms, get that other arm. Make sure we continue to breathe as we stretch here. Nice deep breath in and release and push that stretch a little farther. Now let's take those arms out to the side and just do some simple arm circles. Warm up that shoulder joint a little bit. 10 one direction, let's do 10 the other direction now. Good, now put those arms behind your back. What we're gonna do is then fall forward. So once we have our arms in place right here, from there, fall forward. Push those arms off that back a little bit. Good, now relax, bring those arms back forward. While we are in this position, feet shoulder width apart, I want you to take a deep breath in. Fall forward, releasing that breath. Keep that spine straight and fall forward and stretch out that lower back and hip flexor. Once you're in this bottom position, I want you to push out with your elbows as much as you can to lengthen out that hip flexor, and go ahead and sink that upper body as low as you can to get that lower back. And again, continue to breathe. So from a side position, we'll look like this. Now, while I'm in this position, you're actually going to lift the one elbow up. And I want you to rotate the spine a little bit and get a little extra stretch in that lower back. Let's hold the one side for 5 seconds. Now rotate. Get that other side. Good. Now, let's stand out of our chairs, okay? Basically, just put your chair to your side. We're going to go back to it in a second. But for right now, standing straight tall, feet just outside of hips, okay? Basically, what we want to do is we want to reach down below between our legs as comfortably as we can, and then come back up tall all the way to our toes, reaching towards the ceiling. Let's do that 5 times. Reaching down, chest up, dropping our hips, and reach tall towards the ceiling, all the way through our fingertips. Breathing the entire time we do that. That's 3, 2 more. Again, reach for that ceiling. Get that full length. We got 1 more. Good. You probably noticed on that first one, you might not have got very deep. So by the time we got to that last one, it was comfortable to get nice and low and then drive all the way to the top. Just show you how stretching does work. Now your chair should be right here. Feel free to use it. You don't need to use it. You can use your body weight if you want. But if you have your chair, feel free to use that. We're going to be a split stance position like this. Front leg in an L, back leg in an L. And then from here, Hold that chair, bring that arm up, and I basically want you to squeeze your glutes and then lean back slightly. Stretch out that hip flexor. Just lean back. Good. Now from here, you can let go of the chair if you want. I actually want you now to fall forward, both hands in front, keeping this leg in an L. Notice my foot didn't move. And fall forward and stretch out that hip flexor. Good. Now let's get the other side. So again, if you have a chair, move to the other side if you want. You don't have to. You can do body weight too. But again, oops. Kevin, arm up, squeeze that glute. Push forward and lean. Make sure you're squeezing that glute, push that hip flexor. And then again, we're going to take both hands and fall forward. Good. So now we're going to stand back up, stand tall again. Feel free to use your chair if you need for a little support, but basically we're just going to do a simple grab the ankle, quad pull, put that other arm in the air, pull that leg back as far as you can comfortably so you feel that stretch and that hip flexor. And now we're going to take it forward as far as we can and stretch out that hamstring. Good. Let's get the other side. Okay, grabbing that ankle. Feel free to grab something over if you want. If you still need to use the chair, don't reach up. But if you're not using the chair, then reach up. Pull back on that leg as much as you can. And now take it forward. Good. So now we should be good and stretched a little bit, opened up, feel a little better. Let's get a little movement in. First thing we're going to do, just a simple opposite hand toe touch. Switch legs, toe touch. Try to keep that leg straight, toe pointed towards the ceiling. Just keep alternating legs. Try to get 10 each leg. This is going to serve both as a stretch and kind of get a little blood flow and open things up for us. Notice my feet are not stagnant. I'm moving my feet. Try to keep that movement going. One more each side. Good. Now, let's get a little lateral movement. Basically, what we're going to do, slight dip of the hips, bend the knees a little bit. Basically, all we want to do, side step, side step, side step, side step. Let's do 10 of these each side. Now, your quads might feel this a little bit. We might start getting into technical workout range a little bit. So don't overdo it. If you're fine at 4 or 5 or wherever right now, it's fine. Go ahead and stop. If you're feeling good, just keep going back and forth. And wake those muscles up. Get them activated. When we sit all day, there's no activation. That's simply what we're trying to do right now, is build activation, blood flow, help counteract a lot of that sitting we do all day. Good. Stop for a moment. Let's take a deep breath. Catch ourselves. Go back to a little bit more movement. Do some hip openers. Standing tall. Push that knee all the way up as high as you can, and then push it out as far as you can, and then actually kick it back too. So from the side, I kick up. Wait, let me show you this leg again. Kick up, out as far as you can, and then squeeze that glute to even kick it back. Okay? So let's do another leg. Out. Well, let's just alternate legs. And again, shoot for about 10 each side. This is going to activate all through the joint, plus the glutes. We're going to stretch the hips, activate the glutes. Nice little hip opener after we've been sitting most of the morning. And really try to get that knee out wide, okay? So don't do the little up and kick back. Really stretch, see how I stretch that out before I go into the extension. Out as far as you can, and then into the extension. One more each leg. Good. So now we should be good and activated. We stretch. We're gonna have a little finisher, work on a little balance. Open up those hips, stand on one leg, get your balance. Feel free to grab countertop, chair, anything else you might need. But we're gonna just take this into a one-leg deadlift this time. This time we are gonna bring that knee all the way up, literally straight back, arms falling forward, and try to balance yourself as far as you can. So it's up, kick back, and hold balance. If you can take it all the way to the ground, great. Otherwise, hold for a second, come up, and then switch. Okay? Up, kick back, and again, hold. Good. Last thing, take a little bit wider stance, arms out, and basically we're just going to finish off little rotations. About the only thing we haven't done yet is rotation. So we're just going to do a little rotation of the upper arms. Keep those arms straight. Think about that torso rotating. See, my head moves with my body, trying to get the max movement in that torso. Help open up the shoulders and chest a little bit. Good. That's today's WTO, folks. I hope that woke you up, refreshed you, got you feeling good, loosened you up a little bit. Sorry about the technical difficulties with the sound there at first. My apologies. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. And we'll be back on Thursday at 1 o'clock. Thank you, guys.